Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very well, it's not really a requested video, but it's a video that I wanted to do to help you get started on a keto lifestyle. Obviously, this is for people wanting to learn more about a keto lifestyle, the keto diet, everything like that. If you're not after this information, this probably isn't the video for you. If you're following a different lifestyle and just want to bash on a keto lifestyle, probably go watch another video. And also, if you were suffering from an eating disorder, have in the past or currently, probably isn't the video for you either. I just wanted to put all of that out there before I get into the nitty-gritty of this video, because I don't want people to be offended or get upset, get into fights in the comments section. That's not what this video is about. I personally have had so many questions on how do I start keto, what do I do, how do I get information and everything like that. So that's what I wanted to share with you, because honestly, like, this lifestyle has changed my life and I'm so grateful for it. And I know that so many of you are looking into it for health reasons, to lose weight, to be happier, healthier, confident, more focused. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to help you guys out. Okay, so how to get started on keto. Basically for me, I got started on it with help from a friend. So I had a friend that did it. They told me all about it. I learnt about it through speaking with them, through watching them eat. And that's what really intrigued me. I wanted to give it a go for myself and see if it could work for me and my body. It wasn't necessarily going to work, but I had nothing but 20 kilos to lose. If you think you're in the right headspace where you've looked into it enough that you want to give it a go, or you're not sure, maybe this might help you make that decision. All you can do is try and do some research, see if it's for you, and give it a go. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. If it's not for you, that's fine. So basically what I did is, from learning from my friend, is I researched online. The internet is just full of so much information, and I feel like keto is something that is more talked about. There's more information out there on it right now than there used to be. Back when they first started a keto or diet, it was a very long time ago, and I'm pretty sure the studies of it that were published were studies of children with epilepsy, and they were put on a ketogenic diet, which wasn't really the ketogenic diet that we have today. And there's studies that are quite old doing it. However, there is a new age of ketogenic, and that's where I fall into. So if you didn't know what it was, basically it is a diet made up of high fat, low carb and moderate protein. So in your macros, you have 70% fat, 25% protein and 5% carbs. Not saying you have to exactly stick to those percentages, but that's basically what it's made up of. High fat, low carb. So I think it's wrapping your head around what it actually does. Is it changes your body fuel source from carbohydrates to fat, therefore burning your fat that you have in your body. Once you get that wrapped around your head, it's a lot easier to process. You're feeding your body more fats, less carbohydrates to switch over the body fuel source, and it makes you lose weight. It doesn't work for everyone. I know people that have tried it and it hasn't worked for them. It has worked for me. I have lost 14 kilos on this diet, and I'm happier, healthier, confident, and I feel great. I feel more focused. There's a whole bunch of positive health benefits if you do your correct research. I feel like there's a lot of myths about ketogenic diets. So many videos out there on it, if it's bad, if it's good, whatever. When I was researching what to eat, what not to eat, I found some really good resources on like vegetables, meats, even alcohol. You've got to look at your whole diet and what it's made up of and what you'd usually eat. The first day that I started, I actually had 2 friends' birthdays to go to. Of course, they were drinking, and I read up about the alcohol and which alcohol would have less carbohydrates and more. It does say to drink white, dry wine. So that's what I basically stuck with for that first night, even though it wouldn't have even worked. And when I drink alcoholic beverages, I do drink a white, dry wine. There was also this fabulous document that said the carbohydrates that are in vegetables, and it listed them from low carbohydrate vegetables to high carbohydrate vegetables. So you want to focus your vegetable intake around the low carb vegetables. And you think, it's a vegetable, how does it have carbs in it? Trust me, they do. So I personally stick to asparagus, broccoli, broccolini, green beans, capsicum, cauliflower, and a tiny bit of carrot. People say you can't have carrot. I find it works for me in moderation. I've done that throughout the course of me being on a ketogenic lifestyle, but you do what's best for you. Some other great ones are spinach and kale. But yeah, there's so much information on what veggies are good, and it's great to have salads and vegetables. They do recommend having, 7 to 10 cups. I, of course, don't consume that much. It's way too much for me to eat. And then we go into the meats. Me personally, I like to have bacon, lamb chops. You want to stick to chicken thigh instead of chicken breast. Obviously, if you have the choice, choose a chicken thigh because it has more fat in it. And then there's steak. I also do have mince or ground beef, and there's plenty of things you can make with that. Obviously, the big picture is avoiding carbs. So bread, pasta, rice, flour, wheat, cereals, wraps, things like that. You want to avoid all of those foods. The thing that I found most about avoiding them is they're processed foods anyway. You want to avoid all sugar as well. So anything that you eat, like check it and see if it has sugar in the added ingredients. So for example, like a pasta sauce or a can of diced tomatoes, check the ingredients, make sure it doesn't have added sugar, and then choose something else or make your own. It can be really hard in the supermarket when you're just working out, trying to find out which brands are good for you and which ones you can consume, especially with the sugar. Sugar is literally hidden in everything. And then there's obviously dairy, so avoid the low fat. Avoid the low fat everything, because with low fat, they're pumping it full of sugar. So go for your normal fat cheese, your cream, eggs, and full cream milk as well. Some people are a bit iffy about milk. I just have a tiny dash of milk in my cup of tea. That's all I really use it for. I don't use it for anything else, but I love cream, especially cream with berries for dessert. And also fruit is another thing. I don't have fruit. If anything, I might have a handful of berries after dinner for dessert, or you can have it any time of day really. Yeah, fruit has too many carbs in it, too much sugar. So basically you can only lose weight if your insulin level is not spiked. Having anything that's going to spike that will kick you out of ketosis, kick you out of your weight loss stage, your fat burning stage, and that's what you want to avoid. So that's why you should avoid sugar and carbs. I feel like I'm saying this all too fast. I'm just trying to get all the information out, and there's just so much. If you're unsure of something, Google it. I remember when I just started, I can't even remember what it was, but I was like, can you have this on keto? And it will say yes or no, basically. And there's great forums which will usually have the answer. Or if you're just unsure of things, just search it and you'll be surprised how many people have asked the question already and someone's got around to answering it. But the more information you research and watch videos and things like that, the better you will be at understanding it and how it works and what you can and what you can't eat. The great thing about this diet or lifestyle is that there are so many alternatives. So if you're thinking, oh, great, now I can't have a chocolate lava cake, what am I gonna do? You can. You just need to search keto chocolate lava cake and there will be a recipe. If you want to search for bread, search keto bread and you'll find it. Keto cheesecake. That's the best thing about this, because you're not going to miss out on things. You can have pizza on this diet because you can make a cauliflower pizza base with cheese and then have your pizza toppings on it, as long as they're keto approved. But there's so many different alternatives you can have, and that's why this diet works. I've been there. I've done the clean eating, the going to the gym 5-6 times a week, being obsessive over everything that I've had, and this is a piece of cake. I honestly feel like I've cheated the system in losing weight because it hasn't been that much of a struggle. Yes, it's super hard at the start. You go through a keto flu, you feel like shit, but out the other end, you're a whole new person. Overall, it's left me feeling fantastic and I've lost weight. I'm more confident. It does take a while for your body to adjust. You've been eating this processed crap for how many years of your life? I know I've been eating it most of my life. So it's going to take a while for your body to adjust to the new way of eating, the new way of processing food and processing your fuel in your body. So you've just got to give it some time. If you try it and you don't like it, then just give up. That's fine. But then it could be something that might change your life as well. I just want to help you guys, because I know what it was like to bust my guts and try and work so hard to lose weight and it wouldn't happen. And this diet, this lifestyle, I lost it so quick. It kept me motivated and I saw results and I felt results. You know, some people might be able to just eat majority of the time clean and then go for a walk every day and maintain the weight or lose weight. That doesn't work for me. I know my body and I know I can either work my ass off and spend so much time at the gym and eating clean with no alternatives to the food. Sorry, my cat just jumped up on me. Or I can eat keto, which is a high-fat diet, and I feel satisfied. I'm not left feeling hungry, and that's the one thing about it. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I think a lot of people ask for extra resources. I honestly have just used the internet. That's all I've used. If you've got any suggestions of cookbooks or other books, please leave them. Keto approved books and whatnot. Any websites or blog posts or forums. There's a lot of Facebook groups, I feel. I actually follow a few Facebook or low carb pages. If you just search keto/low carb, you'll be able to find recipes and things like that. I know I have inspired some of you guys to already start, and I'm so over the moon for your weight loss already. Like, that makes me want to cry. Like, I'm actually gonna cry, just don't. But I know how much I've struggled with my weight like my whole life, and I know that some of you guys would be in the same boat. And for me to inspire just a handful of you guys, and just to see the weight you've already lost, the amount of, like, if we added up all the weight that we've lost together, that's insane. That's a really awesome thing. The main source on YouTube that I watch is Dr. Berg. I love Dr. Berg. He answers so many questions. You just need to watch a couple of his live stream videos. He takes calls and people on the Facebook page, and they ask questions and he answers them straight out, and he's great. And he's a bit funny too. If you're after like a program, I know that he does have one. I haven't tried it myself. I've just worked out what I can myself and just gone with it. But you could definitely try his program. Also, I know a few people asked, how do I measure carbs? I used to use the MyFitnessPal app, and you can go in and change in the back end settings your macros. So you can make your macro goal for the day 70% fat, 25% protein, 5% carbs, and then put in everything you eat, weigh it, put it in, and that's how you are going to learn the best of what you're consuming. Because sometimes you might just like think, oh yeah, that weighs 20 grams, and reality is weighs 50 grams. Like, you just don't know until you actually do it and then see how much it weighs and how much you're actually consuming. That was really helpful when I started. I actually haven't done that for a few months, but if you find that you're falling off of it and need to pick it up again, start doing it again, start weighing food. It's not OCD. I don't feel like, it was just a thing that I had to do to learn something. And when I started, of course, I was really particular and strict with my diet, because this kind of thing, it's not something that you can really start and stop and start and stop. I'll just be keto for the week and then on the weekend I'll eat whatever I want. It doesn't work like that. You're either in or out, because if you cheat, you'll get kicked out of ketosis. You'll stop losing weight. So cheating on this diet it's not worth it if you want to keep losing weight. Basically, to sum it up, there's so many other alternatives, so you don't have to even cheat. Some great sources of fat that I don't particularly love: avocado. You cook with oils all you want. Coconut oil is great, olive oil is great, nuts for snacks, and I used to chop up little cheese blocks for snacks. But remember, every time you eat, it will spike your insulin level somewhat. You want the least amount of spikes in your insulin. So that's why Dr. Berg recommends intermittent fasting with his ketogenic lifestyle, because, obviously the less you spike. But when I started out, I was having breakfast and then lunch and then an afternoon snack and dinner and then dessert. But eventually the hunger kind of goes away and you don't snack. I was having personally cashew nuts as a snack. People can say that you shouldn't have them on keto. I didn't have a problem, but I would recommend almonds. There's heaps of information on what nuts are really, really good for the high percentage of fats, and you've got to do what you like. I wish I did like avocado because it was perfect. This is basically an avocado diet. Fish is also a really great source of fat. And yeah, you've just got to do a bit of research in your artificial sugars. iHerb is a great site that has a lot of artificial sugars, sweeteners, and also almond flour. In Australia, it's really hard to find almond flour that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, but they do have it on iHerb, as well as other things that you can use to make your alternative foods. So that's really helpful. Butter, go nuts. If you're going to eat meat or butter. In Australia, actually, someone let me know that all butter in Australia is grass-fed. However, if you're overseas, make sure your butter is grass-fed. Make sure your meat is grass-fed, and organic is the best. Everything for vegetables, meat, everything. I think that this is probably an information overload, but if you're wanting more information on a particular topic, please let me know down below and I can do my best. Like, I mean, I'm not a doctor, I am not a nutritionist, I'm just someone who's found this information online, given it a go, and it's worked for me, and that's all I've done. So please do keep that in mind. If you are thinking of doing this ketogenic lifestyle, it's a good idea to talk to your doctor first and make sure that that's okay, because yeah, obviously I'm not a doctor or anything like that, just putting that out there. But yeah, I hope that this video has really helped some of you guys. I wish you all the best with your weight loss journey, whether it be through keto or not, whether it be through clean eating or exercising, but doing it the healthy way. I think that that's really important. I've done some really unhealthy things to lose weight, like do those celebrity slim shakes, not eat. I've been there, I've done them, and this is good. Like, as I said at the start, it feels like I've cheated my way through weight loss because I don't feel like I'm on a diet. Like, it's actually so good. The food's so yum. Anyway, I hope you're having a really lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos of keto related stuff and recipes and everything linked down below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.